Welcome to Vienna, to Pax Europiana here back again. This is an installation here to commemorate the terror war of Russia. The Ukrainian community here in Vienna, they have developed one rocket here, a model of a rocket to symbolize the 5,000 rockets which Russia has sent in its terror war, in its war of genocide against the Ukrainian people, and is threatening the whole European system with these terror rockets. I remind when there was this similar rocket attacks against Israel, the Austrian Schallenberg, our foreign minister, he lifted the Israeli flag. There is no single Ukraine flag today at any official building in Austria because Schallenberg, I don't know where whom he serves, but he has allowed again the 18 Russian MPs to visit Austria, and it's a real big disgrace. And today the whole debate in the Austrian parliament about neutrality, security, Ukraine on the occasion of this horror war, 1 year anniversary set and tragic anniversary, and then Austria has shown its really dark side again. There were some people from the Neos really good, they asked for the session, but even they didn't really support NATO membership and only an open debate. And this Russian-funded so-called FPÖ, Friends of Putin in Austria, they have been a complete and utter disaster. This is really very terrible what they say. It's really untranslatable. They hate America, they hate the free world, they hate Europe, and they love Russia. It's a terrible party. It's really disgusting kind of people, and it's the scum of Europe. It's really the lowest level. And it's beyond any description even. And then you have, of course, the standard Social Democrat and Christian Democrats. My former ex-friends from the Christian Democrats, they say the right things and they are decent in most things. But to anything like changing things, like really supporting NATO membership, or really supplying Ukraine, or really joining the training mission, or joining the European Sky Shield, or doing anything meaningful, they're obviously not ready because they are afraid of Kickel, the Russian agent. And this is the situation we have. And the Greens, they are stuck in the pacifist kind of thing. They even think it's courageous to be against genocide. I mean, that we as Europeans, as Austrians, have to even say, oh, they are against genocide, that's good. That's something you might expect from any decent human being in the year 2023. I mean, you don't have to applaud anybody. He's against genocide. What do you think? I mean, who can support such a thing? That a country attacks another country and destroys its people by rockets and makes this mass murder and slaughter. I mean, no human being can endorse that, no European. That there is even people like Kickel and these people, they should be all in jail. The only thing is, this is high treason to continue neutrality, and this is absolutely unacceptable. To support the Russian war, this is beyond any kind of acceptable parameters to do such a policy. And I'm really shocked that Austria is even much more problematic country. I left in 2005 and I'm now back since 2020, and I'm really disgusted. It's disgusting. This hiding in this irresponsibility, this virulent anti-Semitic and anti-Americanism. The debate in the Austrian parliament was for me completely telling today. This hatred against all these Eastern Europeans who don't love Russia. This is very strong in Austria, unfortunately. This kind of irrational love of Russia and this totally virulent anti-Americanism, it was present in its worst form today again, and it's really appalling. Russia is sending these rockets over there to Ukraine, and then we are protecting just NATO territory. For me, it's also, out of the whole experience in my years in Kosovo and Bosnia and Albania, this kind of total disaster politics, this weakness of the West, this inability to defend Ukraine, a country that relies on us, it's very disappointing. It's very, very disappointing. But okay, we have to work with what we have. and we have the institutions we have. So ultimately we need to enlarge. Austria needs to join NATO, there's no doubt. I will intensify the campaign now, go to Graz and to Klagenfurt and to Slovenia, and then also continue the debate. I collected at least close to 3,000 signatures, and I hope by June I will have reached the 8,800 signatures. And I call on all freedom-loving people in the world, don't accept neutrality from anybody, not from the Serbs, not from the Austrians, not from the Moldovans, and destroy the concept of neutrality. It's so evil. And let's win this war, and let's win this war as well institutionally by more unity, but also militarily by more weapons and more supplies and all these things for Ukraine, and give them what they need. And also let's ultimately intervene I'm very much for intervention. I was always for intervention. I should not say it and they will use it against me, but if anybody was ever for intervention, I was absolutely for intervention by NATO into Ukraine. And there's no reason for any kind of nuclear escalation, because Russia has nothing to do in Moldova, by the way, Mr. Lavrov, and has nothing to do in Crimea, has nothing to do in Donbass, has nothing to do. You cannot claim any kind of nuclear escalation, because we will obviously not attack. I never called for attack against Russia. I only called for the internal dismantlement because of the internal centrifugal forces of Russia, to support them and to work for that never again there will be such a terrible Eastern Empire east of the European Union and NATO, which is ready to escalate and to send such terrible rockets into the European Union countries and in Ukraine, and Ukraine will anyhow soon be inside NATO and the EU, and they will be safe. Yeah. So that's my clear message here for peace by NATO and for unity in NATO and EU, and for this shocking day again 1 year ago, the whole year terrible obviously, but also that after 1 year still they have now started actually good news. They will even allow Zelensky to be in the Austrian parliament via video link. Yeah? That's already something to celebrate. But Austria is the good old disaster, which I explained you already in this Zeitenwende press conference in English and German. And I will continue to outline this. And I'm really very disappointed by Austria. And it's exactly this irresponsibility, anti-solidarity, anti-European, anti-American, anti-Semitic, capitalist and protectionist, xenophobic country. I was always aware it is, and it's even worse. And that's very disappointing still, and the more you see it, the less I like it. Good. So far, please, Russia, stop the rockets, and let's supply Ukraine the military needs it has to defend itself and to reconquer, or liberate is the better word, all the territories Russia has illegally annexed since 2014. And I will no longer promote any kind of compromises by NATO membership or BRD or Eastern German, Western German division, because I'm really now of the opinion we simply liberate and then we dismantle Russia. We liberate Ukraine and then we dismantle Russia. It's a much better way, and that's what I will advocate from now on. Thanks a lot. More to come from Pax Europiana here from Vienna. Bye.